Dear students, welcome to the knowledge series. Here we are going to discuss on the perceptron numerical problem. Before that, let me give an outline about the geometry of the perceptron updates. You know that perceptron algorithms, this was developed by Rosenblatt in the year 1957, and the goal was to identify a separate hyperplane that can able to separate the data, and that's how we can able to identify the linearly separable conditions. So based on that, let's see the figure over here about the perceptron algorithms, what exactly this figure actually mean to say. When you see this initial figure, the initial figure, it shows that a decision line with a weight is being shown. A decision line is there. So this is the initial weight. So when we take any initial conditions of any input, we normally we initialize it, and we try to consider that let the initial weight of that weight of the given input and the bias should equal to 0. That's how we try to create. So here we are taking an initialized weight W. Now this weight W shows as a predicted conditions. Now let us take a case that input X is coming, which is +1. So that is how we are considering when the +1 is coming as initial weight input. Now you can try to see that based on the initial +1, our weight is going for further updating it, to, which want to see that it is it want to try to take a point at the other side. So let us take that the new point. It has to move to this point, that is at a x distance here. Now if at this particular point another input is coming, let us take, so or the same x is coming is looking for a point here. So this W old is being modified with the W plus x. That means initial x was having a weight with a +1, that has been modified with respect to the new weight, that is W plus x. So if a W plus x is being added, so the point it has come here. So when the new point has come here, so this becomes a W. When this become a W, you have to understand that the W point is always 90 degree to the decision lines. So this W point, once it is becomes a W new, so the decisions lines is this one. That is what. So that means a new learning has taken place. The initial for this input, this was the learning point, but because of the new point, the new decision line has come with respect to new W point. So this is the case with respect to the positive mistakes. Now if you take a negative mistake, assume that our point X is having a with a weight -1, and the W old is here, and we want to see this one is that this has to be shifting to a new point which is on the plus side. So if this is the point, new point is being selected here. So under that particular situations, what is going to happen? The W new will be or W old will be updated, and it becomes W new. Once the W new is updated, what is going to happen? If you try to take a decision line, the decision line has inclined. So this become a new decision line. So this is how you find the perceptrons will keep on adjusting the weight. You know that in the Mark 1 perceptron network, which I discussed here, there is a sensory grid is there. In the sensory grid, we are writing a fixed weight of 1, 0, -1. That is how we are processing the inputs. And we are having a separate weight W1, W2, W3, and that how we keep on updating the weight, and once we update the weight, our decisions lines will keep on rotating. And once our decision line will keep on rotating, what we are looking for? We are looking for is that our output Y is the same as the targeted. That is the predicted is same as targeted. If the predictor is same as targeted, that means the decision line is perfect for that given data set. Now here you see the pattern recognitions. Here been shown some input. The input is shown as a set of data points, red points and blue points that is scattered in the given square box. Now in this square box there is initially there is a decision line is being put like this one, but this is this decision line is not linearly separable. Now the system is being put under the training conditions, where the training under the perceptron conditions. So here once the training process continue, what happens is that automatically this decision line it try to shift. So assume that the decision line has shifted because of the change in weight. I assume that these are the inputs points. So this input point it started moving towards the other side. Accordingly, the decisions lines started moving from this point to this point. Now at this particular point you try to see that still then there are certain mixed color on the either side. So because of the mixed color on either side, this is still linearly inseparable conditions. Now we have to go for a linearly separable conditions. So again the color pattern try to tend towards the other side. So based on the change in the weight. So when that is a vector decisions we are taking here. So the vector modifications is being carried out with respect to the weight, and as the weight is changing, you will find that the new weight position has attained here. Now when the new weight position has attained here, see this is the W new. Initially W old was here, now W new becomes here. Now at this particular point you can see that there is two separable conditions. One side you are having a red, another side you are having a green. This is how the perceptron network try to model and adjust the weight based on the learning rate as well as based on the factor of the your target, and to achieve the properly linearly separable conditions. So this is very important for you to understand that how the decisions is being taken with respect to the different conditions. Now here further if you look for the case with respect to these two, we will go for the one numerical problem. This numerical problem is basically on the perceptron that will give you an idea so that you can study further with respect to this example for different models, gates. Now here given a perceptron network to be implemented for the AND gate using a function of a binary input or a binary sigmoidal input. You know the binary sigmoidal input has a range between -1, 0 and +1. Now here to solve this problem you have to follow some of the steps like this one, like truth table. You have to draw, then find a y, apply the activation function of for the given this y in, and then you have to create a y. That y you are checking with the target. If it is achieved, then you stop. If it is not achieved, you continue and you adjust the weight till you get the correct decisions line, just like I have shown in the pattern recognitions. Now here if you see for the AND gate we have a truth table x1, x2 and y. 1, 1, 1, -1, 1, -1, 1, -1, -1, -1, -1, minus. Here -1 is representing 0 and 1 is indicating as 1. But since it is a binary input, so that's why our truth table should be also represented in a binary inputs conditions. Now here what we are going to do is that we are writing a x0. X0 also we are putting here because the bias is we are putting as a equal to x0. So this is with step 1, or you can say that this is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So here for we are taking this first stage. So where we are taking 1, 1, 1, 1. Let us take these conditions. Now here in these conditions what we are going to do and how to do. What we are going to find out? Y in. Now what is our input? X0, X1, X2. This is 1, 1, 1. And what is our target here? We are looking for target is 1, because for this input our output should be 1. That is what we mean to say. So this target 1. So since we are having a 3 input, so we will be having a 3 weight. So we are initializing, first case is that we are taking the weight as 0. That is the initialized base. And where the bias weight is also 0. So this W0 is nothing but a bias weight, which is 0. So first we are going to find out Y in. Now when you are going to find in Y in, what is written here? Y in is nothing but B into W0 plus sigma I is equal to 1 to n x of I Wi. So I is equal to 1 to how much it is coming? You are having a 2 input. So I is equal to 1 to 2. So that is what. So you are finding B in is equal to B into 0, 0 this one, plus 1 into 0 plus 1 into 0. So you find the value of Y in here. So you got the value of Y in. Now once you have got the value of Y in, what is next? Apply the activation functions. So our activation function formula is Y is equal to, if this Y in is greater than 0, then it is going to produce 1. If it is less than minus 0, so Y in is greater than theta. This is Y in is greater than theta, it is 1. If Y in is less than minus theta is equal to minus 1. Y in is between theta and minus theta and theta, then it is producing 0. So that is what it indicates. Now based on these particular conditions, you will be seeing the situations. Now let us see the corresponding things. Now here we have got a 0. So Y in is equal to 0. So Y in is equal to 0 means what? That is this conditions. So this is 0. So it falls under this 2 range of a theta. So if this condition exists, but our target is what? Target is 1. So it does not satisfy. So Y is not equal to the target. So what is going to, we have to look for the new weight. So new weight we have to modify. That means a weight adjustment is we have to do. So we are going for a new weight. How we are doing a weight? First we will see that bias. Bias new is equal to bias old plus alpha t, which we have discussed in our previous video series on perceptance. And what is Wi new? That is Wi old plus alpha into x into t. Alpha is a learning rate and t is nothing but your target. So that is what it indicates. Now we go with the with respect to find a new weight. Now here you try see this one. So W old is plus alpha t. What is W old? W old is nothing but the old weight is 0 here. What is alpha? Alpha we are considering here as 1. That is our learning rate we are considering as 1, and target we have already taken as 1. So it is there. So with this we have got the new value of W0. What is got as W0 is equal to 1. That is what. What is this one? This is a bias weight. Okay. Now we go with the new weight. Now when you are going with the new weight, you try to see over here is that W new is equal to W1 W2, that is the Wij old weight, that is 0 and 0, plus alpha. Alpha is what? 1. And what is your target? Target is nothing. Alpha target into x of I, this one. Alpha target. Alpha is equal to 1. Target is also 1 here. These 2 is given here. What is xi? Xi is nothing but x1, x2. So we have put 1, 1 here, and with this on what you have got, W1, W2 new is equal to this value. This 0, this is a state multiplications, and your state addition, you got it. So what are the 3 new weight? 1, 1, 1. So W new is equal to 1, 1, 1 what is the W old? 0, 0, 0. You have seen that the change in weight. Now once this change in weight has occurred, what is going to happen? Your decision line is shifting with respect to the next stage. When you go, the new decision line is going to modify. Now here you go to the step 2. Now in the step 2, what you are going to see here is that you are having an input. What is your input? The next that is the second line, that is 1, -1 and 1. But here what is the target? Target here it is -1, because this is y, so your target is also going to be -1. So that is what I have we have written here, -1. Now here again the summing is done, y in W0 plus this one. So once we do it, we are going to see the output as 1 here. Okay. Now if you go further, if you find the y is equal to what? F of y in. So here again with respect to theta, y in greater than theta, y in less than minus theta, and y in between this theta. Now under these particular situations, you will check. Now this is +1. So what is +1? +1 is this one, y in greater than theta. So based on these activation functions triggering, we get output as y in y as 1. So y as 1, but what is our target? -1. So automatically what is going to happen? This condition didn't satisfy, so it will go for the new weight adjustment. Now what is going to happen? The W old plus alpha t, this is for the bias, where W old is what is W old here? It was 1. Now that is put here. Alpha is 1 and t is new is -1. So we got it as 0. And W new, it is going to modify with Wi old plus alpha x1t. W old is how much? W old is 1, 1, 1. So that is triple 1 is there. And alpha x1t. X1 is what? X1 is x1 x1 x2 is 1 -1 -1. So we have put here and we got the value of this one as 2, 0. So W new is equal to this W0, that is 0, and here 2, 0, because 1 plus 1 2 and this 1 and -1 0. So we got it a new value. So this is the new value. Once we get this new value, again the decision line is going to shift. Now we go to the third stage. In the third stage, what is x0, x1 and x2? That is 1, 1, -1. So what is our target? Target is -1. You can see over here -1. So target is there. Now we are going for a training. Now here if you go again, we are going to find the sum. Here with the sum we are going to get it as 2. Now with the activation functions, we are going to check y in greater than theta, y in whether it is less than theta and or in between. So here when we try to see this one, y in is 2, that means greater than theta, so it automatically it is going to show it as a 1. Now when it is showing it as a 1, you can see this one is the target is what? -1. So it is not satisfied, so automatically weight adjustment is taking place. Now the new weight is how? The W old plus alpha t. So here 0 plus 1 into -1. So here we are getting a new weight as -1. Wi new is equal to Wi old plus alpha xit. So our previous weight was, what was previous weight? 0, 2, 0. So here 2, 0 is coming, and 1 into our input is what? 1 minus 1. So that is what we have seen, 1 minus 1. Now that is being put and we are getting a new value, that is W0, W1, W2 as -1, 1, 1. Now this is again taken for the modification and again training, then the decision line shift. Now here again in the stage 4 you see x0, x1, x2 and t. Our target is what? One last line is nothing but this one, that is 1, -1, -1, and target is -1. So that is what been written here, and based on that we are training further. Now here if you find the y in, it is -3. F of y in, we are looking for this. Now here f of y in is finding that since it is less than minus theta, so -1. So what is target? -1. So it's satisfied. So no change in weight is required. So here the training process stops, and the decision of the AND gate has been taken properly, and we find that a decision handling AND gate will be made, where you will be finding that under the case 1 1 will be here, and the other cases it will be having a -1 -1 and -1 3 cases will be. So this is how we do the training of the network based on the various conditions that we have seen over here. So with this I conclude with respect to the numerical on the perceptron. We will be discussing further on the perceptron in the subsequent class. Thank you.